Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and happy to report my 7-month-old puppy Rusty is alive and well trained, though I still feel a bit off shouting, "Rusty, come," when we're at the dog park. But we let a 6-year-old name a black dog. It has been a crazy week for the crazy women of MAGA. Kristi Noem took her political career to a gravel pit and put a bullet in it after detailing the brutal and unnecessary end to her puppy Cricket's life. This has both sides coming out against her, and I'll be getting into the fallout from her upcoming memoir, what her intentions say about the MAGA base, her dental lawsuit, and if her VP chance still stands. Plus, after years of denying it, George Santos admits he is indeed Kitara the drag queen. I'll be having a laugh discussing the latest and stupid from the Party of Family Values, including a new genuine page from my special copy of Lauren Boebert's book and more. But first, this.
This is Joe trying to eat a bite of salad. Just watch. Just watch. This man has a nuclear code. Look. That's the president of the United States. The man who's going to push back on Russia, China, North Korea. Are you kidding me? He can't even take a bite.
Did he think he was going to throw to a clip of Biden not eating salad? Because that was Biden eating salad. Yes, he was a tad slow and steady, but food went in mouth. And he did it with one hand when their star player needs two to hydrate. You know you're losing when all you got on these guys is fancy mustard and salad. Just more ridiculous rage farming from Newsmax, who are quickly taking over Fox as the #1 entertainment channel for married cousins. And I know that the clowns watching it will deny Biden took a bite and then kick over their coffee table that's just 4 milk crates in an old door. It is pouring MAGA tears. I played in 35 countries for over 2 decades, but most days you'll find me here. Thanks for taking in this bald comedian's take on things. Please join the best subscribers on YouTube while I blast the latest and stupid and more.
It is freezing cold in that courtroom, and I'm not even allowed to look at my phone. It's totally unfair because I had Eric create a hot album of Ivanka's pool pictures to warm me up. She's terrific.
This is really cool.
Kristi Noem has barely showed any expression after receiving a bunch of blowback from the excerpts of her memoir. I mean, at least it's tough to tell if she's shocked or surprised because her face is like a support group for Tijuana Botox victims. I mean, what are you doing? A lot of people know Kristi from her Open for Business South Dakota commercials, and this is the same woman who posted an infomercial on social media about getting her teeth fixed by Smile, Texas. Pretty bizarre when you are bigging up your state, unless it involves dentistry, then you need to go to Texas to get the Donald Trump chicklet look. But she never disclosed a relationship, so aside from it being an awful look for her face and promoting South Dakota, she's facing a lawsuit filed by Travelers United that alleges Noem advertised a product or service without disclosing that she had a financial relationship with that company after she posted a video to social media regarding dental services she received. District residents like Kristi Noem fly to Texas to receive treatment from Smile Dental. Encouraging medical tourism is the point of the undisclosed advertisement. Smile Dental has a page devoted to travel information on their website. There is no disclosure that this is an advertisement or that she received any free or discounted medical procedures in exchange for this social media advertisement, the document added. The Guardian published bits of Kristi Noem's memoir, No Going Back, ahead of its release, where Kristi recounts life on the family farm in South Dakota, including the time she personally shot their family dog because of its aggressive personality and lack of hunting skills. My dog also lacks hunting skills, but I shop at Costco. This isn't the olden days. She goes on to tell of the time Cricket escaped her truck. Now, I mean, come on. If you have the window down and an unbuckled dog, he's not escaping. But Cricket went on to attack a group of chickens, noting Cricket was grabbing one chicken at a time, crunching it to death with one bite, then dropping it to attack another. Well, Kristi, it actually sounds like your dog was quite the hunter. Wrong bird, but more effective at it than you and your high-powered rifle. I hated that dog. She was simply untrainable and dangerous to anyone she came in contact with. It was then, she says, she realized I had to put her down. The Republican reaction to this has been harsh, prompting several conservatives to post photos with their dogs and come out against Kristi, and many still believe this is the end for Kristi. But her book had a strong endorsement from one guy, Donald Trump.
Governor Kristi Noem is a tremendous leader, one of the best. This book, it's a winner. It exposes the problems we're facing and lays out a fantastic plan to make America great again. You've got to read it.
Joan Payton of the German Wire-Haired Pointer Club of America wrote, I'm not sure which thing she did was stupider, the fact that she murdered the dog or the fact that she was stupid enough to publish it in a book. National German Wirehead Pointer Rescue posted in length on Facebook condemning the action and saying that sporting breeds are bred with bird hunting instincts, but it takes training and effort to have a working field dog. They also call on Governor Noem to take accountability for this horrific decision and to dedicate time and to use her position to educate the public that there are humane solutions to managing a difficult young canine. Training, breeder involvement, mentors, and rescues are all available. Kristi hasn't tried to defend herself. She's doubled down on this and posted such bizarre stuff as, we love animals, but tough decisions like this happen all the time on a farm. Sadly, we just had to put down 3 horses a few weeks ago that had been in our family for 25 years. Did you throw a grenade at them? That's what I want to know. Carrie Lake and Ron DeSantis both piled on Kristi for this because they know she is a serious contender for the VP pick, and they'd be happier with her out of the way. But Trump did endorse her book. Whether or not he is aware of the contents, his name is there saying, it's a winner, you've got to read it. Now, some right-wing commentators are saying that by attacking her, this could actually backfire on them. And that's just crazy that we're living in a time where calling out someone for shooting a dog might not do you political favors. If you love what I do here and you can afford to help out, throw me a buck with the PayPal link in the pinned comment or drop me a super thanks with this button. And please take 2 seconds after this video to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. These things are free and help the show grow. Thank you. Since we're talking the right wing and dogs by Comedy Law, I have to revisit Mike Lindell promoting his MyPillow dog beds with Brandon. I mean, this fail is just fantastic.
We literally have hundreds of some kind of weird thing where the dogs, they watch my commercials, they'll come in from another room and sit there, and usually it's during the jingle, they're, you know. I figured you'd be a good testimonial for that. Your dog sits there and won't leave its bed.
I just love this because Brandon's studio dog was supposed to be like the hype pup for Mike's dog beds, and Brandon just messes that up completely.
And Mitch McConnell apparently see, it's so hot, Delta won't even lay in her bed. She's laying on the cool wood floor. I don't blame you, girl.
He's not just not in the bed. Brandon is saying it's too hot for the bed that Mike promotes as keeping dogs cool. He's mocking the sponsor. Love it. Greatest ad ever. Honestly, that dog would rather be in a gravel pit than a Mike Lindell bed. George Santos DeVolder Goldbergstein spent a lot of time attacking those that suggested he was also Katara Ravache, a drag performer in Brazil. He fought this accusation in interviews and on social media, posting, "The most recent obsession from the media claiming that I am a drag queen or performed as a drag queen is categorically false. The media continues to make outrageous claims about my life while I am working to deliver results. I will not be distracted or fazed by this." Even though a local performer came forward saying they knew him as Katara and performed with him, posting this photo from a newspaper clipping, I mean, there are endless articles about Santos denying he was ever Katara or that he performed in drag, calling the claims categorically false. Well, now that he's out of office, his Cameo cash grab continues with this. Y'all weren't ready for this drop. I've decided to bring Katara out of the closet after 18 years for a limited time, with 20% of the proceeds going to charity. I've been on many comedy shows over the years that had a variety of bookings that included drag queens. Love them, no problem. But many Republicans direct hate and violence towards this community, a community Santos was and is a part of. And he lied and lied and lied and lied, and his lies are the problem. Speaking of dogs, he took $3,000 from a veteran's dying dog's GoFundMe. What is with these people and dogs? Like, you had Jesse Waters on his show talking about how he got rid of his dog? Like, just discarded it? I mean, you can tell a lot about people by how they treat their animals. In case you didn't know, Santos filed paperwork with the FEC designating a campaign committee and declaring his intent to challenge Nick LaLotta in New York's 1st Congressional District. In the same week, Kristi's book excerpt is making the rounds. Don Jr.'s makeup lab explosion survivor girlfriend is promoting The Princess and Her Pup. Kimberly Guilfoyle and Brave Books partnered to write The Princess and Her Pup, a book that teaches children that it's easier to be courageous with a friend by your side. In the book, Princess Kimberly is sweet and caring, but she is afraid of almost everything. Looking at the cover and this promotional photo, neither of these people look human. She has more makeup around her eyes than Batman. And look, a whopping 10% of all proceeds will go to Furry Friends, a nonprofit animal welfare organization. 10%, so generous. I mean, this is the same publisher behind Laura Trump's The Never Give Up Pup, a Christian children's book that teaches the importance of hard work and perseverance. This is the same Laura Trump that used a dog rescue charity to cash in. According to Internal Revenue Service filings, Florida-based Big Dog Ranch Rescue has spent as much as $1.8 million on fundraising costs at Mar-a-Lago and Trump's golf course 18 miles. Laura Trump, it's like she looked at her husband's kids' cancer charity grift and felt left out. President of Big Dog Ranch Rescue, Lori Simmons, has a long social media history supporting Trump, and her Facebook post before the insurrection was, "Either we take power back or we will never be free again." For those new to the show, I'm glad you found me. Thank you. For 2 years, I've been reading genuine pages from my special copy of Lauren Boebert's book. This is a ton of fun. I only do this once a week, and it's been pretty wild. Let's get back to it.
By the time I got to the end of my morning hot performance, people were so dazzled, they had forgotten about the air mattress I'd spent nearly all of Love Bites by Def Leppard blowing up. Next thing you know, I was launching myself off the pole just like David Lee Roth leaping from the drum stage. The customers watched from below in awe to the tune of Hot for Teacher as this spread eagle freedom fighter soared above them until Colorado's #1 brown-eyed patriot concealed and carried, tucking into land cannonball style on the air mattress to prevent another clear-heeled disaster. My cannonball landing and jump was an ode to General Lee. And since I had my ripped Daisy Dukes and an orange Confederate flag bikini on, I was a 4'9" Dodge Charger soaring through the smoky air. For a while, DJ Johnny D would mix in the soundbite of the first 12 notes of the song Dixie, since my husband Jason with a Y used his talkboy to record the horn off TV. Now, if I inflated it correctly, it would be a perfectly timed landing on the air mattress, safely putting me on my knees where I'm strongest. But now and then, I'd have spent too much time blowing, and my chapped and cracked lips were just the start of this girl's problems. You see, when the air mattress gets too full, it becomes a springboard, like the trampoline we keep in the yard for the boys to play moons over my hammy. Yes, it's a game involving my emotional support hamster Mountain Dew and my son's attempting to send him over the moon. I once bounced off and landed over Sniffer's Row, the section of Two Tops, and into the maroon leather booths. That Dixie horn, while I soared through the air, would have been quite the clip for my campaign. You see, you just gotta pretend that's what you wanted. Like you were aiming to dismount across a table, taking down a plate of half-eaten chicken tenders, a full ashtray, and a pitcher of watered-down Coors as you crashed into a customer's lap. Ted never got the crash landing because he wasn't in the back booths. He was a Sniffer's Row guy that even carried a dispenser, like you'd find at an old arcade. It was filled with what he called loonies and toonies, and I'd keep my eye on his hip, waiting for his hand to release the coinage, and then I'd turn away so my fake glasses didn't get shattered when he threw me his tip. It was like a fairy tale.
If you've enjoyed this genuine page from Low Rent Boozebird's book, let me know in the comments and I'll see about reading another page sometime soon. More fake liberal news. MAGA Tears. If you want communist junk from a chrome dome snowflake, then you should save this channel to your The Bookmarks folder. I actually am concerned with anyone would find him amusing. MAGA Tears. You're a liar, like Hunter. MAGA Tears. How was that? Was that a good take? Did we nail it?
Since my husband Jason with the Y used his talkboy to record the horn off the TV. Now, if I inflated it correctly, it would be a perfectly timed landing on the air mattress, safely putting me on my knees where I'm strongest. She said it.
The Guardian published bits of Kristi, you know I'm mildly dyslexic, and this is very hard.
Until Colorado's #1 brown-eyed patriot concealed and carried.
According to Internal Revenue Service filings, Florida-based Big Donch, I once bounced off and landed over Sniffer's Row. I once bounced off and landed over. I mean, that dog would rather be in a gravel pit than a Lindell bed. Thanks for watching. Please stick around and check out another one of my videos. Say hello in the comments. Find my stand-up on Spotify, streamed by millions, and add me on Facebook and Instagram. It all helps. Be cool, be kind, take care.